A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first down throw. Cunningham. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And fights through one man. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Hey, 88.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no run play, won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. We can look at this Patriots defense.
Now they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Hey, take 26. 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. The Jets at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down.
The all-pro return man Marcus Jones deep for New England.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one, and it's third down. When you talk about this Jets defense,
it's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Cunningham from the gun.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Hey, take 26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
At the 33-yard line.
Get 300. Get 300. Back north.
To throw is Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. Cook. And this time he is in. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Cunningham. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And a Patriot 1st down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Cunningham looking to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Marte Mapu. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this one's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Inside. 630.
Now Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over here up near the 40. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Cunningham. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cunningham to throw. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, it's Cunningham. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the right side, this is Stevenson. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Cunningham. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Ready?
It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
In motion right, that's Wilson.
Go to 50. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers to throw on second down. This is Lazard with a catch out left. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Hey, 26. 26. Inside. Jim.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Come on.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, man.
Here's Cunningham. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. Open man, here is Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Pick it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Cunningham. He's going to try and go deep again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Anthony Schwartz, 53 yards. And the Patriots continue to pull away here in this first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Chad Ryland to kick off for the Patriots.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jets 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And quickly, they get to the line.
Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught. They find some open field here. Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action, it's Cunningham. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for New England. 47 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A play fake. Now Cunningham. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Cunningham looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Marcus Jones picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That's good for a Jet.
26.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin, 33 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Cunningham's throw into the hands of Henry here.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here is 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
94 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson, and a first down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Cunningham to throw.
Right side, Thornton with it.
And he'll be out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Ryland on for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Patriots 49, Jets 21.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Jumbo!
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's the backup Tannehill. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tannehill throwing again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out.
Come on.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Cunningham. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now they're in the hurry up. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Man, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. The Jets on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Get 300! Get 300!
To throw, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Go to 50!
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, take 26! 26!
Now Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Inside! Take 30!
Rodgers to throw on second down. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Now Ryland for the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jets 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Hall.
This was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Get 300. Get 300. Back north.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Duggar in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right?
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Ashton Davis in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game.
They've got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 57 yards. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Hey, you block over here. Hey, 626.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a quick throw here that's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
26. Inside.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
29.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for New England, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our